Drury Outdoors presents Raging Bulls. To many bow hunters, September is a time to relax, enjoy summer's final days, and to prepare for the upcoming whitetail season. But to the elk hunter, September means autumn's arrival. It means golden-colored aspens cascading across broad mountain ranges. It means gradually shorter days and cooler temperatures. Most important of all, September means raging bulls. The bull elk, no other animal in North America, is so huge, yet so graceful. He can be ghost-like at times, especially during the hunting season. His majestical appearance is even more breathtaking at close range and has caused even the savviest of hunters to fall apart at that moment of truth. The bugle of this fascinating creature can be heard throughout elk country during the mating season. And when a big bull elk hears another bugle, it can and will send him into a fit of rage. In Raging Bulls, join world champion callers Mark Drury and Steve Stoltz, along with one of the nation's premier elk hunters, Meline, as they pursue the bull elk with a bow and arrow. When it comes to putting you in the middle of elk, Abe is truly one of the very best there is. And in Raging Bulls, he provides a thorough course in not only hunting one of North America's largest game animals, but also the all-important voice and vocabulary of the bull elk. You'll also see Impact Productions' Jay Gregory and Don Kiske as they team up for some of the hottest rutting elk activity ever captured on film. Yes, the rut is the very best time to take a trophy bull. And in Raging Bulls, you will witness this fact firsthand.
Hello, I'm Mark Drury, and I thank you for choosing one of our productions. What you are about to see is pure elk hunting in the wild at its best. This video took 2 years to produce and truly was the toughest challenge we at Drury Outdoors have ever faced. Now that it is complete, we feel like we've produced one of the... I'll stress once again that every scene was filmed in the wild under fair chase conditions. Our first hunt finds myself and Jay Gregory in north central Colorado. At this point, we'd been hunting for 5 days, and this was the first day we really got into the elk. After about 15 minutes of talking to these bulls, one finally broke and started heading our way. One quick glimpse told us he was a good one. Watch closely and you can see the bull over Jay's shoulder. Just like a whitetail approaching a grunt, this bull immediately started circling to our downwind side. The bull bugling in the background is the herd bull, and this was a nice 5x5 satellite. It looks as if this bull has just bugled, but in actuality, he's checking our wind, and it's the herd bull you're hearing. Finally, the big 5x5 had smelled enough, and he bolted. This was the first elk I had ever seen called in, but after this first encounter, I was hooked for good.
He's a dick. Shoot him. After seeing that. Man, that bull, he was right over Don's shoulder from me. He couldn't shoot. Well, no, not behind him like that. I wasn't about to shoot past him, but I had a wide open shot. Doesn't get much better than that without killing one. I never.
With wind in our face and lots of daylight ahead of us,
We got the wind.
Jay and I decided to reposition on the bugling bulls. Within minutes, we were back in position for another close encounter. Once again, the swirling winds of Colorado proved to be our nemesis. Another close call just reinforced our desire to harvest one of these magnificent animals. With our close encounters from that morning, Jay and I elected to head back to the same area that evening. The fresh sign we were finding told us that this herd of elk was definitely using it daily. It wasn't long into our evening hunt when we had a half-rack 4x and this spike on the way in. Our intentions were to let this spike pass and try for a shot at the larger bull. All we needed now was a little luck, and hopefully we would remain undetected. Approached the feeding spike, a larger bull snuck into the opposite side of the clearing. Once we saw this huge sick, we immediately turned our attention to him and tried to maneuver into a position for a charge. regardless of what we threw at this giant, nothing seemed to pull him even a step our way. In this open of a setting, he knew that he should see the elk making all the racket on our side of the clearing. This was our mistake, and we should have waited until we could have gotten closer and into thicker cover.
Big as they get right there. Have you ever seen one bigger? God, how big was he? He was 6x6. I got the binoculars on him. He looked like he might go 320. He was big. When he was bugling, you could see his stomach just, oh. Boy, we were so shaking. I know. He turned. And then you heard him on the bulls. We got live decoys over here. He's still in there, dude. There's nothing we can do.
That thing is coming this way.
It's getting dark on us.
It's getting dark.
I just hope tomorrow morning. I'm sure they'll be in here in the morning. Well, we've been close today.
Yeah, real close.
It's been a lot of fun.
Even though Jay and I both returned home empty-handed our first year, both of us had been hooked on these raging bulls. The following year, Jay headed back to Colorado, and I, along with Steve Stoltz, planned a trip to Oregon with call manufacturer Meline.
Tell you what, that was exciting. I'll tell you what happened is, this bull in here has got a whole bunch of cows with him, and we got right on top of him. But the cows kind of ruined it for us, because a couple of them got up here and almost got on the downwind side. I think one of them might have spotted me, but the bull never knew we were here. So what we're going to do is, it's early in the morning yet, we're just going to keep following this bull. He ought to keep bugling every once in a while, and we'll see if we can't get in on him again. If I get in on him that tight again, I'm going to try and bugle him in, put some pressure on him. Go ahead and move right on down through here. Apparently that big herd bull's run off a couple spikes. We saw him coming up through here. We're just right there. But I'm gonna let him pass. the other bulls are scattered around him because he won't let the bulls in there with his herd. And sometimes it just makes it darn near impossible to get in on him without spooking other elk. We got awful close a little while ago. Maybe we'll get close again. Let's go this way. Let's pick up and go. We're going this way. Oh my God, there's a big bull. Gee, look at that. No, there's another one right in front of him. I know it. Some big bulls right down here. Just having a hard time getting close enough to put pressure on them. Get in there and make one of them mad here in a minute.
All of these bulls hanging so close, Jake was waiting patiently for a chance to move in tight and apply pressure with some hard bugling. Finally, the elk moved into the blowdown timber, and Jay captured the opportunity to move in tight and start working the bulls. The elk did exactly what he was hoping for.
tell you what. We chased this bull all morning. He was so mad. We got in close on him a couple times. I thought he was going to come in here and tear me up. Oh boy, was that exciting. He's down. I hear him right over here. He's down. Oh boy. I'll tell you what, when you get on these bulls when they're in the rut, you just got to stay on them and follow them till you can get in tight on them. We got in this real thick blowdown, and it finally paid off because we got in good and tight on them. Oh boy. What an elk hunt. I tell you what, this morning was just absolutely fantastic. These bulls are so hot right now. And I tell you what helped us kill this bull was that we stayed on him. We didn't put too much pressure on him to spook him, but we put enough pressure on him that we could stay right with him until they were ready to take the cows to bed. They were coming up in here to this blowdown to put the cows to bed. I got right in there on top of him, bugled at him. Boy, he couldn't take it. He was mad. Boy, he come running in. He stopped. He actually was looking past me to see where the bugle was coming from, and then he turned around to go back to the cows and offered me a great shot. What a beautiful animal. That is exciting.
After hearing the good news about Jay's bull, I couldn't wait to head to the juniper-covered hills of Central Oregon. There, I met up with Abe Meline, a leading call manufacturer within the elk industry. I had heard a lot about this guy, and I couldn't wait to see if he truly was as talented as everyone said. Abe and I would hunt with a new outfitter within the territory, Jerry Hicks of Lofton Creek Outfitters. Oh my goodness, you weren't kidding when you said we could see Mount Everest. What do you think, Abe?
Looks like I'm gonna put boot track down there.
Oh, this is beautiful country. Now, you were saying that draw is inclusive, as well as there's draws over both of those hills right there, and
right.
This draw over here.
Right. We're working off these ridges right here. We've got Juniper Creek, we've got Bushy Creek here, and then we have some good draws going off that last ridge that head back down into the alfalfa fields. Plus, there's some agricultural fields down at the bottom of Juniper Creek there.
This is big country. How many acres is it total?
Well, if we combined everything here, we're looking at about 10,000 acres.
Oh, goodness.
We've got some good springs and some wallows, ponds back around this way, and of course, as you can see, some timber in some of the bottom of the draws and then a lot of juniper covered.
It's perfect. I take it that Lofton Creek is somewhere within, or is it?
Right. I just live off this ridge to the left-hand side as we look down through here, and the creek that runs through there is Lofton Creek.
Lofton Creek. Okay. Good deal.
And we're going to start beyond that ridge right there tonight in Juniper.
Right. We want to bring you up from the bottom, put you on top of that ridge, and then have you work down into Juniper Creek.
Super. I can't wait. Let's get going. Let's get the bows.
If I get going too late, I see a cabin I can stay in.
Yeah.
I'm going to cover you a little bit on what I did there in location sound. That first note I put out there was loud, and I got loud. I put my lip on there and got in deep into it and got that long growl started and then into a high flute sound, and it just ended with a small dump in. Then that second one I did, it was a real squeal start off, then just kind of swing into a drop sound, and then into lay your tongue into it and do a series of small chuckles. Not real severe, just being more meek. And then that other one I did, I got my tongue in there, into the call backing plate, and got a real mixed up little voices right there, and it went into a series of chuckles. Now that all failed on you, and Long Canyon getting loud, take that flute sound, the old standard flute sound, lay your lip on there, and get 5 to 6 notes if you can get them out. If they don't fire on any of that, there's no elk in the canyon. So you might as well move to another draw and try the same thing over again. Just keep yourself going, try location, and then change your attitude when you're getting on the bull. Location sound is loud and reaching out over a lot of territory.
Our first morning started out fast and furious. As quickly as I watched one huge bull come in and out of range, I could hear another approaching from above. Both of these bulls were heading to their bedding grounds. It didn't take me long to realize that truly I was in the presence of an elk master. I've been lucky enough over the years to hunt with some of the true greats in the outdoor industry, but I have never hunted with anyone who had mastered their quarry like Abe has. From vocalizations to positioning, his every move throughout my hunt would prove to be perfect.
What happened? Did they smell us or what?
No, they're doing. That bull came over here before. He's down bunching up these others. They're right down there baying up right now. We better get in there. I'll get you guys positioned up here, and I'll do the calling back here. Come on.
Right there. He's right there. Okay. What do you want me to do?
Hold on a second.
Watch it. Let's head him off.
This is great, Ed.
After about 3 miles of keeping up with the two bulls from earlier that morning, we found ourselves right in the middle of about 50 head of elk. Abe referred to this as the magic circle. Truly, this day was magical at times. I couldn't even believe the vocalizations and sights I was experiencing.
They're doing the impressive walk here.
Brush Bob, that tree.
Keep going. Right now. The camera right He's raking a tree. Big bull.
Abe decided to stay back about 40 to 50 yards and call. The low popping sound you're hearing is a new call Abe was testing called the glunker. The guttural sounds it emulates could be compared to the tending grunt of a white-tailed deer. As you will see, it definitely drove these bulls crazy. With all of the action taking place around me, I was so shook I didn't even have my chameleon head net properly in place.
Look at the bulls. Two big bulls right there.
This smaller satellite was one of the two bulls Abe pulled away from the main herd. The cow calling, combined with bugling, glunking, and slurping, was just too much for this bull to resist. If by now you haven't noticed, Abe truly is one of the best when it comes to talking their language. It amazed me that day, and still does today, that he actually pulled elk out and away from that main herd.
Still screaming. What a job Abe's doing back there calling. We gotta move down in this draw or something.
has been some kind of day. Natural distraction. What's he doing when you're doing that?
He's herding his cows. He's talking to them.
See, I've never seen or heard a call like that before.
Well, we just happened to come up
You
with-
took your bell off,
Yeah, the bell.
sealed it, and then when you
Well,
pop
they don't cut the end off, see, and they make a mistake and send us a few. And when they send anything to me as a mistake, I make something out of it.
it, hit it again. That's exactly what they were doing when they were coming.
And then you take your tongue with your latex, pull it up real loose, and go. You're kissing that cow. And then you go.
You're unbelievable.
Turn them on.
You want to go get after him?
Yeah,
Let's go.
One more run. You got the one more run here.
Oh, I know. I hear him giggling, but we can come back in some other tonight or tomorrow. We don't need to bump him any further. That shot spooked the whole herd. It spooked them bad.
Yeah,
We need to, I was standing, or sitting, when I made my little shot up there in that pine.
I heard the shot. I heard a whack. Now you gotta be in
Well, it wasn't the elk.
You gotta
I
be
shot
dead,
over.
You gotta be some of this dead stuff. The angle you shot from, so it's gotta be over here. So you shot right through this dead tree.
The bull was here, though, wasn't he?
Come on.
I was excited.
I'm blind. Look at that.
Oh, man.
Right, you know white fletches. That's a whack I heard, I bet you.
That's why I like them white fletchings. You just find your arrows, because I'm missing all of
How
them.
could you waste an arrow in a tree? I mean, you buried that to the insert.
It centered it.
Geez. You can take your shaft and leave your draw to it. I know you won't leave it there. You can get it out of there. You know what we gotta do when we get down
No,
here?
I'm just going to screw it. It's too far in there.
You know what we gotta do when we get down here?
What?
We'll back that bull
Yeah,
right
I know. I know.
As hard as I got you guys, now you'll make you attack me.
How far did we go today?
Oh, about 2.5, 3 miles.
20 miles.
God, that's awful easy out there.
Now we'll leave our mark on it. Oh, man, that was so exciting, Abe.
That'd be a nice shot right there.
Would it?
You dead centered that. Why couldn't that been the book?
I don't know.
That's hunting, ain't it?
I couldn't hardly. I was sitting there so long, like this, with holding my bow, and that sucker's just standing there staring back and forth, and you were back there glunking and had his interest. And when it come time to draw, I couldn't draw my bow.
I peeked out on the hat. Here's Mark. God, oh, he's gonna whack him right now. Whack! He got him. There it is. There's your hit.
I got him all right. Big old pine tree.
Well, let's go get ourselves top of that hill.
Oh.
And then we'll. In creating elk sounds is the most exciting thing you ever did. You can create elk sounds, not just bugling and cow calling, which everybody expects to do out there. That's what everybody does. Cow call, bugle. Cow call, bugle. That'll get you in close, but really to get in close and hear the real actual encounters, when you're in that magic circle, you're going to hear these sounds of the glunker. It's that old bull rolling his tongue and his palate and he's going glunk, glunk, making these sounds right here. And he's slurping his tongue, clear from his diaphragm. What he's creating there, what he's doing there, he's herding up his cows, he's in command. He's master. Everybody move back, I am the master. And that will get you in close if you can stay back, be patient, create these sounds, you're going to be more successful in your elk hunting and have a heck of a lot more fun in encountering elk. Glunking, slurping, but don't overdo it. Be patient, do it when it's necessary, and you'll be successful. Create sounds that they do.
By now, a few days had passed, and our action had slowed down. So we joined up with Jerry on top of the tallest peak within Lofton Creek's 10,000 acres. From there, he thought we should be able to locate some bulls either by sight or sound. Luckily, we did exactly that.
We're up here at the break of day, overlooking a huge canyon. We've got a bull bugling down in below us here. There's 4 cows out on the side of this meadow. We're trying to decide the best route to take to go in to get in on the elk. That's good. That's good. When we were back there, that bull is down in this canyon. He's right here someplace. He's right here someplace. Let's go. It's perfect. Right, okay, right here. He's down here.
open as the terrain was, I feared that we might run into the bull as he approached. Abe wanted me to get out, into, and beyond the little clearing that lay up ahead. Suddenly, I heard brush popping, and then spotted the approaching bull. Unfortunately, I wasn't yet across the clearing, but rather right in the middle of it. Nothing to do now but wait and hope the bull didn't spot me.
What a rush. Oh, man. I'm shaking like a leaf. Abe, come here. Abe. Oh, that was awesome, man. We got on this bull early this morning. He had a weird little bugle. Real high-pitched, real bugle. We thought he was a small bull, but when he came in, he's a nice bull.
Thank you.
Oh, God, dog, son of a gun.
Good thing you didn't go where I told you to go.
I told you it was wide open. Abe says go down, go down.
30 seconds. He goes. Here he goes.
Here he comes.
I see you guys got him. He didn't know nothing.
No, he never did see us. We had to drop right here in the open. Thank God for Mossy Hook.
Oh, yeah. Where'd you hit him?
All right. That far by the shoulder,
I
though.
just before it got there.
Yeah,
You know, and
hit him good.
that neat, he popped out of him off his horn. He kept coming.
Yeah. The only thing is, it may only be one lung. I didn't see how much
I
penetration.
saw his cords like this, too.
Yeah.
But we gave him plenty of time. Good hit.
Yeah, it was a good hit.
18 yards.
I shot him for 20. Yeah.
Give or take a second or two.
Yeah. Man, that was so exciting seeing him come up that hill like this.
Let's keep him there.
Why do you do that to stop him?
Make him. Give him every time.
Let's go sit down and take a break.
He wasn't so deep, he was.
No, he wasn't dicky at all. Let's take a break.
Yeah, that's good penetration.
Well, he busted off in this tree.
I tell you what, I've been shooting white fletchings with white dip the last 2 or 3 years, but you 100% know where your arrow hits. That's why I use a dipped arrow. I mean, some guys say, man, what are you doing with them white arrows? I want to know where that arrow got placed, you know, and in this case,
Yeah,
it was right behind the shoulder. So.
there's one feather up in one.
Ooh, look there.
That's like saying he's stabbed. He just did it once on. He just did it by
There it is.
We can afford point here.
I'd say.
Yeah, that is so awesome.
Yeah. Got your first one.
You couldn't ask for much better.
No. Well, the way we got him going over there.
After this week, I mean, there's been so much that's happened and everything. Look at that. They are such awesome animals. I mean, you take a white-tailed deer and a big one, you know, might field dress 200 pounds, 220, a big one.
Yeah.
What's an animal like this weigh?
You got 340, about 340 pounds of me, 335, 340.
That's
you know.
field dress, or is that
Mine was the same size, just in here, and mine's about 345 down Walker. Yeah.
just meat?
Yeah, meat. No,
Oh.
no backbone.
They're so
A
big.
little bigger than whitetail.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, you could call him a five. You could call him a 5 point. You know, I'd do that.
Now, all the stuff we've been through this week, what killed this bull? I mean,
Well, we located him, and he did his little skirt underneath the hill. We came right across, talking to him all the way, and being meek with him.
kept him bugling.
Yeah.
We missed him once. We overshot him. Either that or he was going to where we originally located him, because we went completely
He was
past
heading
him.
that direction, but then we popped around above him here, and then when I did that little meek call out
Yeah, yeah.
over the hill,
Yeah.
and we come around, and then he was just coming right up
He was
there.
coming right
He
up.
was coming to take a good look at you.
Finally got him.
If we'd been dominant, this bull would never came in.
Right.
We got to read your bull. You got to read your bull. And we read him. You whacked him.
Satellite bull, right?
Yeah, he said.
Fantastic. I'm so pumped.
Good place
What
to start,
a
Mark.
bull.
Good place to start.
Thank you so much.
I
Thank
enjoyed
you.
doing it. I really enjoyed doing it.
Not nearly as much as me.
You're an elk hunter now. You're an elk hunter. I knew you'd get there. Keep up with me.
You always take him out like this.
This is the easy way out.
Well, when it's downhill, it works.
Hey, it's Jerry. Wait for him for a while.
Oh, Jerry,
Hey,
how about it?
congratulations.
Look at that thing.
4x4.
Finally.
All right.
Oh man, it's been a long week.
Was Abe any help?
You could say that.
Just a little bit.
We luckily he got down in this right off the hill here. We just drug him down instead of quartering him up out
Right.
here.
Right.
Oh, he's so beautiful.
You
Look at
bet.
that thing.
You bet. Now this is the guy you guys have been after.
Well, we've been after several. You know, from the first day when you showed us that big canyon,
Right.
we've stayed in it and we've run elk up and down and up and down. And today he wasn't with the rest of the herd. He was by himself.
Satellite.
And he came in.
Yeah, he pulled off like this.
We
Right.
pulled off. We got up in these pines
He
and
got meek. We
cedar
got meek.
thickets and.
He got meek and we got meek on him.
Right.
Sucked him right in.
Good.
He
You
made a heck
wouldn't
of
want
a
to give
job
us a hand putting him in the truck.
I'll be glad. I'll be glad
Let's
to
see
help
what we
you.
can do. You want to back up here?
Sure.
There's one special thing that all elk hunters want to and get themselves involved in. Is a lot of action. Now, everybody gets to hunting out there and pressure gets involved. Elk have got one thing in mind about the last of the month. That is their sexual encounters. So what they do, they all join into one spot. Pressure puts them there, but generally it's the main thing, love. All right, what happens there, you get down there, you locate this. I call it the magic circle. There are several bulls there trying to get dominance, and they bawl and carry on. And your main thing is don't overdo it, don't push them, be patient. If you're not patient, you're not going to get nothing. Or you're going to get to bump out, they're going to go someplace else. And they won't return for several days. So, What you do, you get in there, locate you a bull, they'll pull off. A couple of days they'll pull off the little harems of about 6 or 8, 10 cows. And then they'll have some satellite bulls around there. And generally in the evening time, it fires up and you won't believe it. It's incredible. So what you do is just be patient, say what they're saying, and be sweet, and you're going to draw one of them bulls to you. And you got to say the right words. If you don't, it's all over. You're going to be chasing them to another canyon and trying to find another magic circle.
Abe, we've been hunting all week, and it's gorgeous up here. I'll tell you, what beautiful country. But you know, you've got us into elk time and time again, but it seems like a different tactic all the time. One tactic that I noticed is when an elk are between their feeding and their bedding, it seems like you just got to keep up with them. What's the best tactic to do that, and how to take advantage of that?
There's several tactics. Is that you be in good shape and try to keep in hearing shot at them and stay right on them, or have a partner back there entertaining while you're doing that moving on them. If that don't work, the best thing to do is just get off on the opposite side of the hill from them. It's in that kind of drainage. Listen to where they go. Plan you by noon to 2 o'clock sneak in hunt on their bedding grounds, or you got an evening hunt. But mainly, it's being conditioned and listen.
Oh, I can attest to that. You got to be in shape trying to keep up with you. But we've got into elk doing that, just what you're saying.
If that don't work, you get your location call, and then you know you're not going to be able to move on them. Get your location call, work around on them, and then make a move on them later.
So if they're not calling, it's hard to keep a line on.
That's right. You can't do nothing.
Now, if they're still calling and you can't keep up ahead of them, what do you do then? Do you just figure out where they're going to bed or something?
Well, that's what you try to establish, the bedding grounds on your map. And then and you try that.
Okay.
There's several tactics, and all of them work. But boy, I'll tell you, elk are not stupid.
Oh no, I'm telling you,
you found that out, ain't you?
It's been rough. Well, let's go try and get ahead of something.
Let's do a little bit of that.
Here we find Steve set up, with Abe once again in the background doing the calling. It's 11 a.m. The elk they had followed all morning were bedded. Abe starts the conversation out with glunking and cow calling. He wanted to get the bedded cows out of their bed, up and moving, hopefully pulling the bull in with them. Almost immediately, the herd bull herded up the previously bedded cows and headed them down the mountain. He didn't at all like the approach of another bull on his harem. Steve and Abe decided to try keeping up and reposition for another chance. Sometimes, especially in rugged terrain, it's almost impossible to keep up with a herd of elk. Steve finally gives up the chase and decides to wait for another day. He didn't want to push the elk any farther.
Man, was that exciting. That was worth the trip up here. I don't know much about elk hunting, but from Abe, learning from Abe all week. That's a typical example of what a bull will do when another bull. An example, Abe, when he was calling, another bull got close to his cows and he just herded them right out of this game. As you just seen, we kept getting closer to him. We'd catch up to him and then he'd just push his bulls ahead of him. And you just saw they just went up the hill. He was beautiful, big 6x6, gorgeous bull, he had a 5x5 with him. But what a hunt. We've been hunting these elk all day. It's now 12:30 and we start out early in the morning. That was exciting. Like I said, I don't know much about elk hunting. Just what I learned from Abe. Whew. It'll make your heart beat.
Oh, man. What a gorgeous bull that was. Did you see all those?
Well, I'm a little bit further back from
I
you,
know.
but
Man.
he came in close enough to get a shot, but you just couldn't get through.
Oh, I'm so wore out. I'm so wore out.
Well,
That bull, there was several bulls in that bunch, but what did he do?
Well, he started when I started lunking up there, little calling. We got a little aggressive
Uh-huh.
there. Him cows just went right to him. He just popped his lunks, and away he went. And the satellites just kind of drifted along behind him, and they come down, picked up 4 more bulls here, and over the
Out
side
he
they
went. Like a jealousy thing. He took
Just-
heard another bull and he took his cows and out he went.
He's not really ready to fight yet. So
Oh,
we got a couple
man.
more days here.
Look at the sign in here, Abe.
Well, that's what they're doing.
There's a sign like this. If you see a lot of rub trees like that, and
We're here. We got them.
You're here.
It's just a matter of time to get
you
the
can
right
even
moment.
smell them. You can smell them. This is like one of those magic circles.
Darn hot. What's afternoon?
That you were
I mean,
talking about.
it was afternoon, so
Yeah. I tell you what a hunt.
we took a little nap on them and
Oh.
let them rest, but they didn't stick there, did
I
they?
tell you what, this elk hunting is just wearing me down. I'm wore out. These mountains. We've got 5-mile walk back to the truck now.
Not quite. So we'll do it.
Just a week after Steve and I had hunted Oregon, Don Kiske was in Colorado for some hot rutting activity. Don had located and set his sights on a beautiful Pope and Young class herd bull.
Oh, there's a big herd bull out there. He is a nice one. He's got a big harem too. Man, we can't push this bull any further. This wind's erratic, it's swirling everywhere. There's a front coming in tonight. Sometimes you're just better off to wait till the morning. Or wait till another time instead of pushing them clear out of the country. So let's just come back tomorrow morning and see what happens.
Watch closely here, and you can see Don's white-tipped shaft pass right over this magnificent bull's back. It's at times like these when we are thankful for dipped arrows and white fletchings. They definitely let you know where you placed your arrow, good or bad.
Oh my God. Can you believe that? That was a monster bull now. I bugled at him. He came straight into us, too straight. And he looked at us, and he turned, and when he turned, I drew back. I had just a little opening. It was either I made it through the opening or hit limbs. Can't believe I hit limbs. He was a monster. Tell you what though, last night, by not pressuring that bull and leaving him alone and coming back the next morning, it paid off. But I'm not going to push him anymore. I pushed him enough today. Don't run him out of the country. We're going to come back in this evening and we'll see what happens. That was great. Man.
3 days later, Don caught up with a different herd bull. This one was definitely in full rut. All total, he chased these cows around for over an hour. Don was in no position to make a move. All he could do was wait in hopes that the elk would eventually head for the nearby timber. Finally, the nice 5x herded up his cows and headed into the timber. At that, Don was up and trying to reposition. It wasn't 30 minutes later when he found himself in a perfect position for the oncoming herd. Watch and enjoy this absolutely breathtaking footage. Truly, this is one of the greatest moments ever captured on film while bow hunting wild elk.
Through this low, wet area. Just got right out in the middle of it, and I saw a cow coming towards us. I didn't have an arrow nocked or anything. I just got an arrow nocked, and the bull come through. And when I drew back, I couldn't see over the top of this brush. So I had no choice. I had to stand. I stood. He looked at me. I let it go. Oh, man. That was great. It was great. Nice bull. I think Waddy gave him some time. Hit him maybe a little bit high, so I'm going to say it's maybe a one lunger, so I'm going to go ahead and give him a couple hours before I even try looking. So let's head on back up here. I'm taking this bull about 300 yards. He went out of the willow ditch, and now he's headed into some real thick blowdown timber. He ought to be right ahead of us. He can't be much further.
If you're at all familiar with any of our productions, you know the camouflage of our choice is mossy oak camouflage. Back east, when we're hunting white-tailed deer and wild turkey, it has proven time and time again to be the most effective concealment system that we have at our fingertips. Now we've entered a whole new world, out here in the western mountains of Oregon, Colorado, hunting elk. Earlier, when I killed my bull, I was forced to sit down right in the middle of a wide open clearing. It may not seem that way from the view that you had, but Abe, the guy that was helping me, he called that bull in for me. I knew he was back there calling, but what I didn't know was he was also filming the encounter. I'm going to show you a special little clip of footage of him filming the cameraman and I taking that bull, and you'll see exactly why mossy oak is the only choice for me. If you are at all interested in learning to call elk or become a better caller, you owe it to yourself to give Abe's calls a try. They are, without a doubt, the easiest to blow and most realistic elk calls on the market. Give Abe, Wilma, and Scotty a call and they'll send you out a color catalog with all of their product offerings. I'm Mark Drury, and I thank you once again for choosing a Drury Outdoors production.